Howdy folks, my name is Janaki.
And this is Madame Bathsheba.
And together we are Catomancy Tarot. So welcome to this like drizzly, rainy first day of autumn. And today I just want to show you guys a new deck that I got a couple weeks back. And it's called, and I did mostly initially get this just for the title, it's the Anthropologist Tarot. Now, if you've been around for a minute, you know that I am an anthropologist. I'm a graduate student. I'm working on my dissertation all about tarot reading in Los Angeles and Mumbai. And I found the Anthropologist Tarot by a Los Angeles creator. So it kind of felt like I was very much this deck's like target audience. So I had to pick up a copy, and it's you can find it at his website. His name is Michael Burke. So you can get this both on Etsy and through his website. I think I got it on his website and he had a discount going. So it was only like $25, which was like a really great price for an indie deck, and the quality is like very good. So I had pretty, I had to pick it up just for the name, and I didn't have like a ton of like expectations, but I actually really love it, and I've been vibing out, and I've been taking this deck and its friend deck. I've been using it with the Color Vision Oracle. I'll show you guys how they work together. But yeah, we've just been vibing out, and it's kind of like it's a digital collage deck. A lot of the images are like very vibrant and colorful. But it's a pip deck, and there's fun playing around with textures and like. Yeah, I've just been vibing out. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy.
So here's the box. This is the Anthropologist Tarot by Michael Burke Studio, and he also sent me this cute little High Priestess sticker with some little crystal friends, so I'll have to find a nice place for that. But it comes in this nice magnetic box, and these are the cards. And it also comes with a short little guidebook. It's like short and to the point, and it has upright and reverse keywords for every single card. And yeah, it's a nice little presentation, and I'm really impressed just by the quality at this price point. I think I had like, he was running a sale, so he had a coupon on his site. So I got this deck for like $25, and I'm really pleased with like the quality and the construction and everything. So that was really fun. So these are the backs, and then I went ahead and edged the deck by just like following the black and white squiggles onto the sides. And I think it came out really cool. I really like how it all turned out, but you can tell in the middle of the deck there was some cards that I tried to do. I just did it with like a black Sharpie, and I tried to do a bunch of cards at once, but the cards ended up like bleeding onto the sides, and so I messed up, and I had to try and kind of like wipe the Sharpie off of some of these cards. But luckily the cards, like where they did bleed, you can't really tell that much because of how like busy the images are. So I'm really glad about that. But so moral of the story, when you're edging decks, even when you're impatient and you want to do multiple cards at once, just stick to one at a time. But yeah, super stoked at how they all turned out. So this is a kind of like I think it's a digital collage style deck. So let me go ahead and take you through it. It gives me kind of a cult following vibes, if you're familiar with that deck. I always call it the Kali Pizza deck because the backs are kind of like different. It's blue with like pizza slice faces of Kali on it. But that's a deck that has like similar kind of vibes or imagery, but there's a lot of like repeat imagery in that deck, and it doesn't really feel like it's intended as a tarot. And this one actually, I really like it. And as you'll see, this is a pip deck, but even I like pip decks. It's I know some people struggle with them, but I love a good pip deck, and for me, this is a good pip deck. So let's see if we're let's zoom in a little bit, perhaps, so we can see the cards nice and good. So here we have the Fool, the Magician. I think this is one of the few majors that I'm not super sure about. It seems a little bit it's a little bit it doesn't quite match the rest of the vibes completely, but it's playful for sure. Then we have the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, Hierophant, the Chariot, the Lovers, Strength. So here we have a horse instead of a lion or something like that, but I don't mind that much. Here we have our Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and this one feels again like a little bit of an outlier imagery wise, since it's kind of like very much a composite image instead of kind of like a found object with a background. But here we have Justice. We have the Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower. I think this one is super pretty. I like this tower a lot. Then we have the Star, the Moon. I really like this moon. Then we have the Sun, Judgment, and the World. So now we're getting into the minors, and this is a pip deck. And one of the things that I like about that he's done with the pips here is that there's a definite kind of theme to each of the pips. So we'll see with the wands, there's a lot of reptiles, which makes sense because in the Rider-Waite-Smith, you know, the element of fire is associated with like reptiles and salamanders and stuff. That's like an old school correspondence. And so here you'll see a lot of like textures coming from reptiles, and we've got our little snake here. Here we've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Three of Wands, and there's also a couple cards here where the wands are bones, so like bones and reptiles as fire. We have the Four, the Five, and I really like just how textural a lot of these images are, with this kind of orange snake going on. Here we've got the Six of Wands, more snakes and bones. Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands, and then into the courts we've got our Page of Wands, our Knight of Wands as the chameleon, our Queen of Wands. I think this is one of my favorite court cards in the deck. I just think she's so beautiful with her like solar effulgence. Usually I feel like I don't know, Queen of Pentacles gives me Empress vibes, but she has this like fiery Empress thing going on. I really like I really like this card. And then here we've got our King of Wands with this kind of caduceus up here. So that is our wands. And now we're into the cups. And the cups are usually my favorite suit in a deck, and they're definitely my favorite suit in this deck. I think the cups are done so well. So here we have the Ace of Cups, and you have this like this fluorescent nautilus cup, which I think is I super dig it. And the theme here is like fish, right? Which, you know, that instinctively makes a lot of sense. And then we've got some really pretty goblets and stuff going on. So here we have our Two of Cups, our pair of fishes. Here we've got the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, with some of these tentacles coming up here. The Five of Cups with a little broken cup there. And now this Six of Cups is so beautiful. I think this and another card we're about to see are some of my favorite cards in the deck, actually. Like I'm really into the pips in this deck. And I love the kind of the visual like rhyming that's going on between we have our like purple jellyfish over here, and then we have these like purple peonies. And I think it's just really, really beautiful. Great card, love it. Then here we've got our Seven of Cups with our little porcelain fish cups and the anemone in the background. Very cute. We've got the Eight of Cups. And here's the Nine of Cups, which is the other card in this suit that I just think is so beautiful. With all of our little goldfish friends here. I just think this card is another one of like the most beautiful cards in this deck. And like the 6 and 9 of cups, that feels kind of appropriate. Then we've got the 10 of Cups, and they're kind of laid out in this tree of life pattern a little bit. And then here we've got our Page of Cups, which is playing around with usually, you know, the Page of Cups is holding a cup that has a fish in it, but here the cup is holding the page in it, and the page is holding a fish. So I think, yeah, I think it's really playful. I think it's very fun. Here we've got our Knight of Cups. This is another one that I think is like electric and very pretty. Our Queen of Cups. And then our King of Cups here. Now going on to the swords. Here we'll see birds and butterflies for the suit of air, which again, all of the elemental correspondences like you can really see in this deck. So here we've got the Ace of Swords with the butterfly wing. We've got our Two of Swords, some bird friends. Three of Swords with some pheasants or peacocks there. Four of Swords, some butterflies. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. This is another really pretty one. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. We have our Ten of Swords, Page, Knight, Queen. Our queen here is a golden ostrich, I guess. And then King of Swords. And then the last suit is Pentacles. And here he's used, in every one there's a model of hands or hands holding up the appropriate number of fingers. So here we have our ace. We have our 2. And I guess like the hands kind of make sense because I don't know, when I think of pentacles, I guess I think of like more like material embodiment. So I can kind of see how hands are about craft and like doing things and making things. So I can kind of see the connection here. So we have 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8, we have the 9, the 10, then we have our page, knight, queen, and our king. So that's the deck. It's been a fun one. I've been keeping this. I am a anthropologist of tarot, and I have an office on campus right now, and I've been writing a dissertation on tarot in LA and the creators from LA. So I figure it's a good deck to kind of. I've been doing for the past couple weeks. I've been drawing a card from this deck, along with the Color Vision Oracle, and I think they play so well together. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that pairing. But I really like the kind of like vivid, playful imagery in this one. It feels kind of like, you know, a little futury, but there's some like really pretty like playing with like colors and textures in this one. So and I haven't seen that many folks talking about it, so I figured it was kind of like, since it's so firmly in my wheelhouse, I should be the one to kind of talk about it. And then the oracle I've been using it with is the Color Vision Oracle, which is an oracle deck that's also new to my collection, and I really dig this one. I edged my copy in this like silver, I think it's like a starlit black ink, so it's kind of a silver black color. But if you haven't seen this oracle, I'll show it to you guys briefly. It is by Moon Nectar Apothecary, and it has like 2 sets of cards. It has these color cards with this like foiled border, and then it has these like emotions and kind of like a color energy field to represent that emotion or something like that. And then it's also has like astrological, elemental, color, body part, and like symbolic connections with all of the emotions. And it's such a fun deck to just like do a kind of like vibe check to, or like you know, today's the first day of autumn, but this was a deck that I was using in the last days of summer at the little pool that's next to my house, and I was doing like little aura readings with friends, and this is such a cool little deck, and I like it a lot. There's a few things in the guidebook that I wish I could just change the font to make it a little bit more readable, and like move around some of the organization of the information, but this has been like such a fun combo. But I knew I wanted to film this video over the weekend, but I accidentally left the guidebook in my office. So I don't have the guidebook with me today, but I think we're gonna just to kind of end us off today. I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of a well, first I guess we'll play around with the pairing, because I think they look really good together. And then I'll just do a little vibe check with you guys. But I just think they're really pretty together, and it's, yeah, see? Death, transformation, and green. Like, oh, it's a fun time. It's a really fun time. So this has been the combination I've been using for just for vibing out, you know? So let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of a 3-card reading for us. We'll start off by doing a little bit of a shuffle here. Oh, I got these are all backwards. That's so unhelpful. Here we go. I think this deck also goes super well with, like, I have some other decks that are just like really color energy based. For example, there's the Arikira Oracle. And also, you know, how could you not think of Ethel Calhoun's tarot as color? But I've been having a good time playing around with these decks and doing a little daily vibe check. And so I'll go ahead and cut the deck, and so these will be our vibes for the day. And then let's take a look at some tarot cards as well. And also, I think the backs go super well together. I think that's super cute. I think we're almost centered. In any case, let's take a peek and see who we've got. So we've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the 5 of Cups. Ooh, and then we've got the 2 of Wands going on here. So let's take a look at our colors here. So we've got abundance, we've got mastery here, and then we've also got Genesis. So that's our kind of like color and little bit of color, little bit of stuff going on here. So like, and you can also read it like we've got this kind of central circle here that we, you know, you can look for like patterns and like the energy flow between the card. I think it's very fun. So abundance, here we've got the correspondences are with element of earth. This looks like a dark green with the mouth and with strawberries. So, and then we've got this coiled serpent here. And I'm someone who likes to think with the imagery of the cards, not just the kind of overall meaning, but maybe we can think about, I don't know, this part of the snake seems to be dead, and so it's not quite the Ouroboros kind of thing where it's like the mouth that's constantly eating the body in a circle. Um, so this one is interrupted, which is interesting. But you know, the Nine of Wands is often about kind of like you know, being in a fortress, kind of buttressing yourself from the rest of the world, putting up walls. So it feels like the middle of this snake might be a little bit of a sanctuary from what's on the outside. So maybe, you know, has maybe that has something to do with like abundance, or feeling like, you know, there's enough on the inside. I'm not sure. And then over here we've got the Five of Cups, and we also have Mastery. And I guess something that comes up for me is like, even if you're a master at, I don't know, going through life, sometimes things are like you're still gonna drop and break something. Like even, I don't know, anyone who's seen you know, something like the bear, they're breaking stuff all the time, even though they're Michelin star chefs, right? So you know, so there's things that will still kind of get broken, even when you're, you know, like you can still make mistakes at any level, right? So I guess mastery doesn't mean that things are going to be perfect, right? And then over here, we've got the Two of Wands, which can often be about like planning and expansion. And then here we also have Genesis, which is another earth card. We've got the color black, we've got digestion, and we've got little nesting eggs. And we've got our little snake kind of looking off into the horizon there. So, so I feel like the Two of Wands and the Genesis kind of makes sense in terms of like taking something new and kind of like peering around, seeing what's out there. So yeah, this has been my little jam recently. So I just wanted to hop on here and just show you some decks I've been vibing out with. So thanks very much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.